Thanks very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless, the show where the more obscure your knowledge, the better your chances of winning. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
Hello, I'm Rory. I'm from London, and this is my mate Kareem. He's from Cambridge.
Couple number two.
Hello, I'm Lee, and this is my daughter Hannah, and we're from Eastbourne.
Couple number three.
Hello, I'm James. This is my son Chris, and we're from Portsmouth in Hampshire.
And finally, couple number four.
I'm Stephanie, it's my friend Pearl. We're from Walton-on-Thames.
And these are today's contestants. Thanks very much, all of you. We'll find out more about you throughout the show as it goes along. So that just leaves one more person for me to introduce, a man whose mantra is up here for thinking, down there for dancing. It's my pointless friend. It's Richard.
Oh, yeah. Hi, everybody. Hiya. What were you pointing at there?
Feet.
Oh, OK, gotcha. I wonder where that was going for a minute.
Down, but feet.
Two returning pairs today, two good returning pairs as well, I'd say, James and Chris, and Lee and Hannah. Both did all right last time. James and Chris undone by cricket, I'm afraid. And while it is lovely to have Karim and Rory on the show, I'm thinking what everyone's thinking, which is we want Pearl to win, don't we?
Of course we do.
Yeah.
I mean, no disrespect, the six of you, the seven of you, I adore you, wonderful people, but I think it would be a nice thing to do for everyone just right now to lay down and let Pearl take the title.
I think so.
Don't you
Hey,
think?
no, let Pearl win the next time, because then we get two shows with Pearl.
Oh, yes,
If she goes through to the final this time,
so
you
let
only get
Pearl get
half
through
as
to the
much Pearl.
head-to-head this time, everyone.
Yeah.
OK, so the three teams, by all means, fight it out amongst yourselves. And then next time, if anyone comes back, we let Pearl free ride, yes? Agreed? Everyone at home happy? Yep.
Do you know what? They don't need any help. Stephanie and Pearl are dynamite.
I think so.
I don't think they need any charity to get through to the final.
I only have one concern, and that is Pearl looks like she might be trouble.
Yeah,
Don't you
that's
think?
true. Yeah.
You know you've got to behave, don't you?
Yes. What a shame.
Well, thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now, all our questions on Pointless have been put to 100 people before the show. Our contestants here need to find the obscure answers those 100 people didn't get. And, of course, everyone's trying to find a pointless answer, that being an answer that none of our 100 people gave. And each time that happens, we will add £250 to the jackpot. Now, Ram and Stephen won the jackpot last time, so today's jackpot starts off back at £1,000. There it is. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. Now, remember, the pair with the highest score at the end of the round will be eliminated. Also, remember, there is to be no conferring in the first two rounds. Our first category today is words. It's a words round. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many words ending in O-I-L as they could. Words ending O-I-L. Richard.
We're looking for any word with its own entry in the Oxford Dictionary of English, please, that ends O-I-L. As always, no hyphenated words, no abbreviations, no proper nouns, anything like that. Just any word ending O-I-L. Very, very best of luck.
Thanks very much indeed. Now then, Karim and Rory all drew lots before the show, and today you are going to go first. Karim, always tough being on the first podium in a words round. Not quite as much time to think.
Indeed, yeah.
What do you do, Karim?
I own a watch company in Cambridge.
That's fun. Do you have a shop, or do you do it online?
No,
or
it's online, so we design and assemble everything.
Let's see what you're wearing at the moment. What kind of watch? What kind of... Oh, you and Rory.
Yeah.
That's one from you or one of yours?
Yes, indeed, yeah.
Excellent. Now, Karim, what are you hoping is going to come up? What's your sort of favourite pointless type?
Popular culture, I guess, film would probably be good for me.
OK.
Some sport.
And I hope words ending in O-I-L.
Maybe.
Have you got one?
Yes, I think I'm going to go for turmoil.
Ah, turmoil, says Karim. I like that. Turmoil. Let's see if it's right, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said turmoil. It's right, obviously. I think this is going to be a low score, Karim. Oh, it is. Look at that, 15. Very well done. 15 for turmoil.
Great start, Karim, on that first podium. Tough with these rounds here. A state of great confusion, disturbance, uncertainty.
Turmoil would be a great name for some sort of liqueur, I think, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Turmoil.
Yeah, turmoil. It'd be good to a cocktail, wouldn't it? I'm going to have a turmoil, please.
That's a good drop. Anyway, I'll come back to you on that. Hannah, welcome back.
Thanks, hi.
Great to have you back. Now, it was head-to-head last time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We just chose the wrong answer,
You
unfortunately.
did. There was an ABBA round with clues.
Yeah, around with pictures. Mum knew all the answers.
You went SOS, and Lee knew head over heels.
Yeah, she did.
Oh, well. Well, you won't make that mistake again.
No,
No.
definitely not.
No, not today. Not today.
No.
Through to the final this time,
Yep.
but not win it. That's what we've agreed,
Well, we
I
only
think,
came
isn't
here
it?
for the trophy, so...
Well, yeah, that's perfect. Thank goodness.
Perfect.
There we are. Now then, Hannah, words ending OIL.
I'm going to go with toil.
Toil. OK, toil, says Hannah. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said toil. Well, obviously it's right. Oh, Louis Jewish. Look at that, 83. Wow.
Let's see.
Toil. Fancy that.
I know,
Who knew
right?
toil would be so popular? Anyway, 83 it scores you. It's better than 100.
Yeah, true.
It's high, though.
It's a big score, isn't it, for toil? The definition is what they drill for in Yorkshire.
Chris, welcome back.
Thank you.
Welcome back. Now, you are a primary school teacher.
Yes, that's right.
And as we discovered last time, you do puppet shows.
Yes, I like to.
Put on puppets. Do you make the puppets yourself?
No, I haven't quite got the skill for that yet.
It's very easy. I remember making puppets. You little balloon and some papier-mâché, and you're away.
I'll need to try that. Maybe I could do an Alexander and a Richard puppet and help them use them.
You'd have to work on our voices.
And
Yeah,
you need
true.
a lot of papier-mâché for me.
Now then, Chris, what about a word ending OIL? You've had a little bit of time.
I think I'm going to play it relatively safe and go for soil.
That is safe. That is safe. But never mind, let's see. So, soil, is it right? And if it is, how many of our 100 people said soil? Oh, 76. Not bad. I was getting ready for that to be higher than toil, but it wasn't. Very good. 76, so there you are.
It's another big score. Chris, if you ever want to see how to do a perfect appalled face, watch this show back and just watch your dad when you said soil. It's just textbook, James, textbook.
Yeah. Thanks very much, Richard. Now, Stephanie, you are going to go first. Welcome to the show, Stephanie. Great to have you here. Now, how do you and Pearl know each other?
I do some voluntary work in a day centre, and we met up and did a bit of a quiz together.
And did you triumph?
Next question.
OK. What do you do when you're not volunteering, Stephanie?
I cleaned a fire station.
Are they mucky in the fire station?
Oh, yeah.
Really? Yeah, and they leave it.
They're known for it, aren't they?
Yeah, of course they are. Very good. Now, Stephanie, words ending OIL.
Embroil.
Oh, very good. Very good. Embroil. Let's see how many of our 100 people said embroil. It's right. 15 our low score at the moment, 83 our high. Look at that, 7. Best score. Best score so far, Stephanie. Very well done.
Well played, Stephanie. To involve someone deeply in an argument to embroil. Did you hear the approval from the audience when they heard embroil there?
Yeah, they like that.
They like that. That's an audience that's just listened to toil and soil, isn't it?
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. Well, halfway through the round, let's take a look at those scores as they stand. 7 from Stephanie there, the best score of that pass, putting Stephanie and Pearl in a very commanding position, I'd say, at this point. Then up to 15, where we find Karen and Rory, and then up to 76, where we find Chris and James, and up to 83, Hannah and Lee.
Toil.
Yeah, toil. Who would have thought toil would beat soil?
I know.
I mean, really. OK, we're going to come back down the line now. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? Now then, Pearl, we are looking for words ending OIL, and you're going to see if you can find the lowest scoring one possible. Now, Pearl, what are your hobbies?
Flower arranging, mostly. I demonstrate occasionally as well. And now just watching the television because I'm old and decrepit.
Oh, Pearl. Do you watch Pointless?
Why do you think I applied and found someone to
do
apply
know.
with me?
It would be a bit weird if it was random, wouldn't it?
Well, I know, exactly. I said it came on here. Yeah, that's true. OK, Pearl, well, very, very best of luck. What's your OIL ending word going to be?
Well, I hope it's one word because I'm doing it all the time. Parboil.
Parboil, says Pearl. Parboil. Oh, they're brilliant.
If it's right.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. I'm sure that's right.
If it's wrong, they've got 107.
I've tried to...
I'm pretty sure that's
tried
right.
to visualise whether it had a hyphen in between, but I...
No, I think that's
hope
fine.
it hasn't.
I hope so too. There's your red line. If you get below that red line, Pearl, you're through to the next round. You want to be scoring 75 or less. Let's see if parboil is right, and if it is, let's see how many people said it. It's absolutely right. And you're very comfortably through, Pearl. Very well done. Oh, look at that, 5. Best score so far, Pearl. Takes your total up to 12. Very well done.
Yeah, well played, Pearl. It's a terrific answer. 12 on that final podium. That's not bad going, is it?
Really not bad at all. James, welcome back to Pointless. Now, last time it was cricket in round 2, I think, wasn't it, that did for you?
Yes, I don't know anything about cricket. My fault, Christopher didn't know the answer, but as a dad bringing up his son in England, I should have taught him about cricket. So,
well,
there you go.
Now then, James, a word ending in OIL. You're on 76, courtesy of Soil.
Yeah.
If you can score 6 or less, you'll avoid overtaking our high scorers, Hannah and Lee, there on 83.
OK, I'm going to go for a word. I remember it going into the dictionary, I think probably around about in the 1960s, and it's a bit of a gamble, but hydrofoil.
Hydrofoil. I think that might be enough to save your bacon. Let's see. There's your red line. It's quite low, but if you get below that with hydrofoil, you are through to the next round. Let's see if it's right. Let's see how many people said it. It's right. I have a feeling this might go a long way down. It's got you through. 2. Very well done. 2 for hydrofoil takes your total up to 78. Very well done, James. Best score so far.
That's a terrific answer, James. This round's getting better and better. Well played. Yeah, it's a type of boat that sort of lifts itself out of the water when it goes at high speed.
Thanks, Rich. Now, Lee.
Hello.
You are the high scorers on 83. We need something magic. We basically need a minus score from you, is what I'm saying. Welcome back now.
Thank you.
You are a stalwart member of the WI.
Yes, as is Pearl.
As is Pearl.
right.
Yes, good. Have you bonded over WI, swapped some recipes? Good stuff. Now, words ending OIL, Lee. That's what we're after.
I think I will go with subsoil.
Subsoil, says Lee. No red line for you, obviously, because you're the high scorers. But let's see how many of our 100 people said subsoil. It's right. Look at that! 1, Lee. The best score of the round so far. Very well done indeed. 84, your total.
And it keeps getting better and better, Lee. Yeah, terrific answer. Subsoil. It's oil for subs.
Rory, welcome to the show.
Hello.
What do you do, Rory?
I work in the Science Museum in their Records and Archives.
I've been to the Archives department of the Science Museum. When I did Who Do You Think You Are?
You went to the posh side. I work in the that's the showroom.
Oh, well, so
I went into the
yes, we
I
had
went in the
heating.
basement.
And
Yeah,
things
you
like
had
that.
heating
Yes,
and light,
light,
probably.
Yes.
Yeah, windows. We call them windows. Yeah.
Oh, so where were you?
Basement.
Basement.
Basement stores. Yeah.
And you actually did all the work.
I did all the work for your one. Yeah.
On Who Do You Think You Are?
I did a
All
lot
that
of the work
research.
on your one. No, I did a lot of the work on your one.
And then the curator just swanned in and he was very good, Ben. I thought he was very good.
Charming chap, isn't
But
he?
yeah, we should have had you though. We should have had you, Rory.
Yeah.
All that work.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh, you've been waiting to say that for years,
I
haven't you?
have. It was all me.
Yeah, well, it was fascinating. I mean, that was good stuff. Now, anyway, there you are on 15. You have to score 68 or less.
Okay.
Talk us through all your thoughts if you like.
Well, while I was thinking here, I was thinking, would oil do? No.
Do you know what, Roy?
Absolutely not.
Let me tell you how Pointless works.
It ends in that, doesn't it?
Yeah, I know. But the idea is, do you remember the bit at the beginning when I said obscure?
Okay.
That's
Okay, then I'll go for coil.
Wow, Karim. They're sailing quite close to the wind.
I
Coil.
can't think of anything.
OK, fair enough. There is your red line. Get below that red line, and you are through to the next round. How many of our 100 people said coil? Oh, 78. 78, Rory. I'm afraid that takes your total up to 93.
You know that thing about how the round was getting better and better and better?
Yeah.
I didn't see that coming, did you?
No.
Of course, anything that can coil can also uncoil, which would have scored you 3 points. But let's take a look at some of the pointless answers. Charbroil. So if you didn't parboil, you decided to charbroil, would have been a pointless answer. Cinquefoil, there's a lot of those words which are to do with sort of petals or shapes. I mean, cinquefoil is also a plant, but there's lots of kind of, well, you'll see as we go along.
Isn't it?
Stephanie, you said embroil. If you said disembroil, would have been a pointless answer. I wouldn't have risked disembroil, I have to say.
No.
But it was a great answer if you got it at home. Jetfoil is a pointless answer. So hydrofoil scored you 2, but jetfoil was nothing. Multifoil, octafoil. Again, these are similar to cinquefoil as well. Quatrefoil, sexfoil, which is a niche dressmaking material. That would have been a pointless answer. And coil was a very, very, very high scorer, but supercoil was a pointless answer, so very well done if you said that.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. So at the end of our first round, the pair will be heading home with their high score of 93. It's not that high, but I'm afraid it's too high. Rory and Karim, it's you. I'm so sorry. We have to say goodbye to you. We'll see you again next time. That's the good news, though, when obviously you'll be stepping aside to allow Stephanie and Pearl to go. But we'll look forward to that very much indeed. Rory and Karim, thanks so much for playing. Great contestants. But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's now time for round 2. And so 3 pairs remain. Obviously, we'll be saying goodbye to another pair at the end of this round in time for our head-to-head. I don't think it's going to be you, Stephanie and Pearl. Fantastic play in that first round.
Stop putting the mockers on us.
You were our lowest scorers by a country mile. It was fantastic. James, well done there. Good bit of rescuing. Chris could do better, I'm going to say. Yeah. Lee and Hannah, that was a close escape.
I know.
Oh, but anyway, here you are. Well done. It's lovely to have you with us still. Best of luck to all 3 pairs. Our category for round 2 today is pop music. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns crazy, stupid love songs. Crazy, stupid love songs. Richard.
On each pass, we're going to show you the names of 6 top 40 hits that have the word crazy, stupid or love in them. You need to tell us the artist who had a hit with that song in the year shown. Very, very best of luck. There's going to be 12 in all to have a go at home, so good luck.
OK, thank you very much. So we are looking for the band or the artist who had a hit with these songs, and here's our first board of 6. It reads like this. Love Me Like I Love You, 1976. Crazy Chick, 2005. Love the Way You Lie, 2010. Don't Be Stupid, You Know I Love You, 2000. All Time Love, 2006. And Love Me Do, 1962. Let's read those all one last time. Love Me Like I Love You, 1976. Crazy Chick, 2005. Love the Way You Lie, 2010. Don't Be Stupid, You Know I Love You, 2000. All Time Love, 2006. And Love Me Do, 1962. There we are. 6 crazy, stupid love songs. Hannah, you are going to go first. How do you like them apples?
I've got one. It's trying to work out whether she's on her own or not. So Love the Way You Lie is Rihanna. Yeah, Rihanna.
Rihanna. OK, Hannah has said Rihanna. She's not entirely sure with that. But let's find out. Is it right? And if it is, how many people said Rihanna? It's right.
Oh, my gosh.
It's right. Very well done. 29. It's all going perfectly. 29 for Rihanna.
Yeah, well done, Hannah. It was Eminem and Rihanna, but a hit for both of them, I think, is the truth. That is a tough board, by the way.
That is a tough board. I imagine you know all 6 of those.
Well, I do, because I've got the answers here, but...
Now then, Chris.
Yes.
Chris, what do you make of this?
In 2005, I had a part-time job in a sports shop, and they used to play this song on a loop. So I think I'm right in saying that Crazy Chick was sung by Charlotte Church.
Charlotte Church, Crazy Chick, says Chris. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said Charlotte Church. It's absolutely right. Well, you've passed Hannah's score 19. 19 for Charlotte Church.
Yeah, well played, Chris. It was her biggest hit. It was number 2 in 2005.
Thanks very much indeed. Stephanie.
Yes.
Stephanie, the board is all yours. Do you fancy talking us through it?
Well, I only know 2 of the others on there.
Not
I think
bad
I do.
going.
Don't Be Stupid, You Know I Love You is by Shania Twain. And Love Me Too by the Beatles. I'm going to go for Shania Twain.
OK, Shania Twain says, Stephanie, for Don't Be Stupid, You Know I Love You. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people said Shania Twain. It is right. 29's our high score, 19 our low. You passed 29, you passed 19, look at that, 12. Very well done, Stephanie, once again, the lowest score of the pass. 12.
Well played, Stephanie, and she's got the word stupid and love in that, Shania Twain.
She's
good
winning,
going,
hands
isn't it?
down.
Yeah. You're right about Love Me Do, of course. It's a big score, but not as big as you'd think. It's the Beatles, of course, and would have scored 58 points. All-time love?
No, I can't think who it is. I know the song.
Will Young.
Yes, it will, yes.
Will Young. And that would have scored 4 points. And right at the top there, Love Me Like I Love You. I know some people at home will get this.
Is the Bay City Rollers.
It is the Bay City Rollers, yeah. Blimey. And that scores 1 point, so it's the best answer up there.
Thank you very much indeed. So we're halfway through the round. Let's take a look at those scores. 12, the best score of that pass. Very well done, Stephanie. Once again, Pearl and Stephanie, a commanding lead halfway through the round. Let's hope that can continue. Then up to 19, where we find Chris and James. Then up to 29, where we find Hannah and Lee. Well, we're going to come back down the line now. Can the second players please step up to the podium? OK, we're going to put 6 more love songs on the board, and here they come. We have got Crazy in Love, 2003, Stupid Girls, 2006, I Love to Love, But My Baby Loves to Dance, 1976, Saving All My Love for You, 1985, Crazy Horses, 1972, and Crazy Dream, 1958. I'll read those all one final time. Crazy in Love, 2003, Stupid Girls, 2006, I Love to Love, But My Baby Loves to Dance, 1976, Saving All My Love for You, 1985, Crazy Horses, 1972, and Crazy Dream, 1958. Now, remember, we are looking for the artist who recorded each of these. And, Pearl, you're going to try and find the one you think the fewest of our 100 people knew. Now, Pearl, how are we feeling about this board now you've seen it?
I'm about to sink without trace.
Oh, no.
Yes.
I thought there might be a couple on there you think, oh, yippee, I know that one.
No.
The best thing I can do is go back to 1958 and just choose somebody like Doris Day.
OK, and that's what you're going to do. Doris Day for Crazy Dream. There's your red line. Get below that, and you're through to the head-to-head, Pearl. Fingers crossed. Let's see if Doris Day sang Crazy Dream. And if she did, let's see how many people said it. No, bad luck, Pearl. Bad luck. I'm sorry, that's an incorrect answer, and I'm afraid that scores you the maximum of 100 points. Takes your total up to 112. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Pearl, tough category, but you never know with 2 podiums still to go.
Now then, James.
Right.
James, how do you find this board?
I don't like the ones with the 2000 in front of them, but I'm not too bad with the other ones. The 4th one down was actually #1 on the day Christopher was born. So I remember who that was. But the one I'm going to go for is I Love to Love, But My Baby Loves to Dance. And that was by Tina Charles.
Tina Charles, says James. Tina Charles. Well, if you can score 92 or less with that, you're in the head-to-head. There's your red line. Get below that, and through you go. Tina Charles, is that right? And if it is, how many people said it? It is right, and you are through. Very well done. 5. That's a great answer, James. 24 is your total.
Well played, James. Big disco fan, James. You can tell, can't you?
King of the disco.
King of the disco. Yeah, that was Tina Charles, only #1.
Thanks very much indeed. Now, Lee, if you can score 82 or less, you're in the head-to-head. Now, talk us through the board.
Saving All My Love for You, I think, is Whitney Houston. And I'm going to go with the one underneath it, Crazy Horses, because my other love during the 70s, apart from the Bay City Rollers, were the Osmonds, and I think that's by the Osmonds.
The Osmonds, Crazy Horses. Now, there's your red line. Get below that. You're in the head-to-head for a second time. Crazy Horses, was that by the Osmonds? And if it was, how many people remember that? It's right, and you're through. Very well done. 32. 61 your total there, Lee and Hannah.
Well played, Lee. That was their first top 10 hit, Crazy Horses. Quite a weird song.
It is a really weird song.
For a group like that to have recorded.
Yeah, it is.
That's the 70s for you.
Yeah.
Now, I wonder how far you can go through the rest of the board. Crazy in Love.
Beyonce.
Beyonce, yep. Big scorer, though, would have scored you 45 points. Stupid Girls was Pink.
Pink.
And that would have scored 14 points. You know Pink watches?
Yeah, no, I gather she does.
Yeah.
On
No, I mean,
catch-up.
you know, pink watches. I'm thinking of buying one. Next show, when Karim's back, I think I'm going to get one.
Yeah,
off
get
him.
one.
Saving All My Love for You, James was Whitney Houston, of course. You're absolutely right. 18 points. And Crazy Dream is the best answer on the board. Better known as an actor, actually, Jim Dale.
Wow.
Yep, would have scored you 1 point.
Jim Dale, does that ring a bell at all, Pearl?
I don't even recognise any of the titles except Saving All My Love for You. And I couldn't remember who that was.
Would you have got Love Me Do, Pearl?
No.
Oh, OK. I don't feel so
I
bad
wouldn't
then.
have got anything in about the last 30 years.
Well, if we've done pop music today, we almost certainly won't do it next
Well,
time. That's the good news. It'll be Premiership football next time.
Yeah.
That's usually how it works, isn't it?
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. So at the end of our second round, I'm afraid the pair heading home with their high score of 112. It's Stephanie and Pearl. I'm so sorry we have to send you away now. But the great news is you're back next time, and we'll look forward to that very much indeed. Stephanie and Pearl, lovely people. But for the remaining two pairs, it's now time for our head-to-head. Congratulations, James and Chris, Lee and Hannah. You're now one step closer to the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands at £1,000. Now, we have to decide who's going to play for that money, and to do that, you are now going to go head-to-head. But from here on in, you are allowed to confer. And the first pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot. Anyway, best of luck to both pairs. Let's play the head-to-head. OK, here comes your first question, and it concerns North and South American flags. North and South American flags. Richard.
I'm going to show you 5 flags now of countries on the continents of North or South America. Can you give us the most obscure country, please? Best of luck.
Thanks very much indeed. So let's reveal our 5 flags, and here they are. We've got A, B, C, D, and E. There we are. 5 flags from the Americas. Now, James and Chris, you've played best throughout the show so far, so you get to go first.
Argentina.
Yeah, I think C is Ecuador. C Argentina, I think is Ecuador.
Yeah. What about D or E? Do you know them?
I would be guessing if I went for that. We think we recognise C as being Ecuador.
C, Ecuador, you're going to say? C, Ecuador. Now then, Lee and Hannah, do you want to talk us through those flags?
We think B is Argentina. D or E we think is Colombia, but we're not certain which one.
Yeah, they have similar flags. I can never remember which way around it is.
So although we know it's right, we're going to go B, Argentina.
B, Argentina.
That's right.
OK, B, Argentina. Now, James and Chris have said C, Ecuador. Let's see if that's right. If it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said Ecuador. Oh, not Ecuador, as it turns out. Which means, Lee and Hannah, all you have to be is correct with B, Argentina. Let's find out if that is correct. It is correct. You win the point. Very well done. 56 people said it. Well done, Lee and Hannah. After one question, you are up 1-0.
Playing it safe paid off there, Lee and Hannah. If you'd had to give us D or E for Colombia, which would you have gone for?
D.
Well, it's E is Colombia.
Oh, I was lucky.
And it would have scored you 13 points. And I'll tell you what D is. It's Ecuador.
Oh.
And that would have scored you 7 points. Now, C, it's not Ecuador, James, it's Mexico. And that would have scored you 33 points. And I think I heard during deliberations you had an idea for A.
I thought it was Suriname.
And it was Suriname as well. And it's the best answer up there. It would have scored you 3 points. Would have been a terrific answer.
Thanks very much indeed. Now, here comes your second question. Lee and Hannah, you get to answer this one first, and if you win it, you go straight through to the final. So a little bit of pressure on you, James and Chris, at this point. Best of luck. It concerns the Fast Show. The Fast Show, Richard.
I'm going to give you 5 clues now to facts about the Fast Show. We just need you to give us the most obscure answer, please.
Thanks very much. Let's reveal our 5 clues, and here they come. We have got Hollywood actor who is looking for a suit in the last ever show. The 8-letter word used repeatedly by Channel 9 presenter to refer to hot weather. Name of Simon Day's eco-warrior character. The actress who wrote the book Does My Bum Look Big in This? And the year the programme was first broadcast. There we are, 5 clues to facts about the Fast Show. I'll read them all one last time. Hollywood actor who's looking for a suit in the last ever show. 8-letter word used repeatedly by Channel 9 presenter to refer to hot weather. Name of Simon Day's eco-warrior character. The actress who wrote the book Does My Bum Look Big in This? And the year the programme was first broadcast. There we are, 5 clues to facts about the Fast Show. Lee and Hannah, you will go first.
OK, well, this is a toughie because we've never watched the show. We're going to go with the actress who wrote the book Does My Bum Look Big in This? And I think it's Arabella Weir.
Arabella Weir, say Lee and Hannah. Arabella Weir. Now, James and Chris. Talk us through the rest of the board, if you can.
OK, unfortunately, I was never a huge Fast Show fan. I'm trying to remember...
Seriously, you must go back and revisit the Fast Show. It'll inspire your puppet shows.
I saw kind of bits of it. I think Simon Day might have played a character called Ted. I seem to remember someone like done up in tweed outside. I don't know the top 2 at all, so we're going to go for the year first broadcast. I'm toying between 96 and 97. I'm just going to say 1997.
1997, say James and Chris. So we have Arabella Weir and 1997. Lee and Hannah said Arabella Weir, the authoress of Does My Bum Look Big in This? Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people said it. Very well done indeed. Correct answer, down to 11. James and Chris have said 1997 was the year the programme was first broadcast. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people said 1997, if it is. Oh, no, bad luck. An incorrect answer, which means, Lee and Hannah, that means you are through to the final 2-0. Very well done indeed.
Well played, Lee and Hannah. Arabella Weir's a terrific answer. The year it was first broadcast would have beaten you. And if you weren't going to say 97, what were you going to say?
96.
Oh,
yeah.
no. Just rub it in.
It was 1994. All right. Would have scored 10 points. That's a relief, isn't it?
Massively,
yeah.
I can go to bed happy tonight now.
Now, the 8-letter word used repeatedly by it's Caroline Aherne, wasn't it?
Scorchio.
Scorchio, absolutely. And that would have scored you as the biggest score up there. 29 points. The Hollywood actor looking for the suit.
I'm going to guess it sounded like Johnny Depp.
It was Johnny Depp, yeah. Appeared in the last ever episode. That would have scored you 17. And the name of Simon Day's eco-warrior character?
I remember the character.
It was Dave Angel was the answer to that. That's the best answer there. Would have scored you 7 points. Well done to anyone who went all the way through the board. I'm always amazed when people can get years.
Yeah.
Year when things were first or last broadcast. Can't do it.
No.
I think people always say, oh, it's first come out when I started school or something. That's when you can do it, isn't it?
Yeah. Anyway, thank you, Richard. So the pair leaving us at the end of the head-to-head round is James and Chris. I'm sorry to say, and you've had some lucky escapes. James, you've done some heavy lifting, I think it's fair to say, throughout the show. We won't bring up soil again, or I just have. I'm sorry. But it's been great having you on both shows. Thank you so much for playing, James and Chris. But for Lee and Hannah, it's now time for our pointless final. Congratulations, Lee and Hannah. You've fought off all the competition and you have won our coveted pointless trophy. So very, very well done indeed. You now have a chance to win our pointless jackpot, and at the end of today's show, the jackpot stands at £1,000. There it is. Now, Hannah, cast your mind back to round 1 when you said toil.
Yeah.
And you scored something massive, 83, I think you got.
Yeah.
Did you ever think you'd be here in the final?
No, I didn't think we'd make it through the first round, let alone to the final. Whew.
But then, round 2, some great answers there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Rihanna, good score. Good score. And then 2-0 in the head-to-head. Superb.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Well, as always, you kick off this round by choosing a category, and here are your options. You can choose from artists in the Tate's collection, Wales, science fiction, sporting awards.
Oh, well.
They're not the best categories I've ever seen.
Wales. Come on.
Oh, I've only been there a couple of times when I was younger. Sporting Awards, I would say, is probably your best bet.
Or sci-fi. It could be Doctor Who.
Yeah, but if it's books, what would you prefer?
Let's go sci-fi. It might be Star Wars.
Oh, okay.
Who knows? It's up to you.
Okay, science fiction then.
You're going to go for science fiction.
Yeah, we're going to risk it.
OK. Richard, science fiction it is.
Yeah, we're going to give you 3 options now to choose between. Can you give us any novel written by Ray Bradbury? I'm not looking for any short stories or works of non-fiction. Any Ray Bradbury novel. Any character who appeared in 30 or more episodes of the original Star Trek. Or we're looking for any tracks on the original 1978 vinyl release of Jeff Wayne's War of the Worlds album. So any Ray Bradbury novel, any Star Trek character who's appeared in 30 or more episodes, or any of the songs on the original release of War of the Worlds. Very, very best of luck.
Thanks very much indeed. Now, as always, you've got up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers. And all you need to win that jackpot is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Now, remember, the answers you give can come from any of these categories. They can all come from the same one if you like, or 1 from each, or 2 from one from another. It's entirely up to you. Are you ready?
Yeah. Yes.
OK, let's put 60 seconds on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
Okay, not the top one.
Not the top one. Star Trek characters, I only know the crew on...
Lieutenant Uhura, that's about it, really.
Yeah, because I didn't really watch it. It's
No.
not my thing.
War of the World songs, come on.
I've got the
Come on.
CD at home, and I
Nothing?
think, well, it's going to be really high. It's not going to be pointless because it's the only song I can remember. So
Okay, well,
We'll do
that's one
Scotty.
answer.
well, no, we'll do Forever Autumn from the bottom one
Okay.
because Gary Barlow's just redone it.
Okay, right,
So
yeah.
Forever Autumn.
Yep. Lieutenant
You say
Uhura.
that because
Yeah.
I really can't say that.
And Khan, the Benedict Cumberbatch one from the movie, I swear he's in the original
Is he in the
one.
original
I'm
one?
sure he is, because they talk about it a lot on
Khan.
Big Bang Theory.
Okay, that's your thought pattern. Big
Yeah,
Bang
pretty
Theory.
much.
10 seconds
Okay.
left.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Lieutenant Uhura, Khan, and the
Forever
song.
Autumn.
Right, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
OK, you have your 3 answers.
Yes.
Your time is now up. What are those 3 answers you're going to give me?
Okay, from Star Trek characters, Khan.
Khan,
Lieutenant
Uhura.
Lieutenant Uhura.
I think that's how you say it, yeah.
And War of the Worlds songs. I think Forever Autumn's on there.
Forever Autumn. OK, of those 3, which do you think is your best shot at a pointless answer?
Forever Autumn. Yeah,
OK,
Forever
so
Autumn.
Forever Autumn we put last. Which do we
Yes.
put first?
Lieutenant Uhuru.
Lieutenant Uhura. OK,
Yeah.
we'll put Lieutenant Uhura first. OK, let's pop those answers up on the board in that order, and here they are. We have got Uhura, Khan, and Forever Autumn. Well, very best of luck. They look quite good on the board now, don't they?
Yeah.
They look great. I can
Much
3
better
really
than-
good answers.
Yeah, much better than I can.
Now let's
pronounce
just
them.
let's just imagine one of those is actually a pointless answer. Entirely possible. What would you do with your? It's not going to be the biggest windfall ever, but £1,000 still quite
More
nice.
money than
What would you do with that?
number one. I promised my boyfriend I'd get him tickets to go see the rugby if we did win. So if it was a bit bigger, I'd try and go somewhere extravagant and abroad or something. But I'm sure I'll be happy with Twickenham tickets.
There you are. Still, exactly. That's a nice treat. Lee, how about you?
I would probably spend it on a meal for everybody. Hannah,
Oh,
my
thank
other
you.
children. Yeah, Richard.
Now, I am quite hungry.
Oh, I am quite hungry. It's going to be a lot, because everybody, that's going to be
Very
expensive.
nice.
Everybody in my close circle of friends.
Oh, that's
Excellent.
kind.
Oh,
Still
thank
on.
you. That's really nice.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Well, best of luck. Now, we are looking at Uhura. These are original Star Trek characters. Uhura, you thought was probably your least likely to be pointless.
Yeah.
But only one of them has to be pointless for you to win that jackpot. Let's find out, though, for £1,000, how many people said Uhura was an original Star Trek character. Is it pointless? It's right. That's the main thing. Down it goes, through the 50s, through the 40s. If this goes all the way down to 0, you leave with £1,000. Well, 33. So, unfortunately, not a pointless answer, but you put that first for a reason, to get that one out of the way. Your next answer, Khan. I mean, it's a bit either-or, this one. You're not sure. This is a bit of a punt. This is the Benedict Cumberbatch character in the
Yeah.
film, but you think it's an original character.
I'm sure. Maybe.
You're sure.
I'm sure.
Sure-ish.
Maybe.
OK, well, let's find out. Obviously, it has to be pointless for you to win that jackpot. So for £1,000, let's find out if Khan is one of the original characters of Star Trek. No, there's your answer.
Yeah.
OK. Also not a pointless answer, which means you only have one more chance to win today's jackpot. It is all riding on Forever Autumn. And you're hoping that is from the original War of the Worlds album. Let's find out if it is. How many people said Forever Autumn? It's right. Your first answer, Uhura, took us down to 33. Your second answer, Khan, turned out to be incorrect. This last answer going down, 13. 13. Well, three good answers, well, two good answers, let's say. Two good answers there. And you know what? I know exactly what your tactics were. You're just thinking of Pearl. So I say on her behalf, thank you so much. That was really big of you. And you go home with that pointless trophy. So well done. You've done phenomenally well. It's been great having you on the show. I'm afraid you didn't win the jackpot of £1,000. That will roll over onto the next show. But as I say, you do leave with a pointless trophy.
Pearl's money, not jackpot. Pearl's money.
Nicely corrected. Richard.
Yes, you've been great for 2 shows, and it's a good punt, Khan. He was in 1 episode in the original series, played by Ricardo Montalban. Let's take a look at all the pointless answers in the different categories. Ray Bradbury novels first. Any fans, I think, will get some of these. There are 5 pointless Ray Bradbury novels. A Graveyard for Lunatics. Death is a Lonely Business. It has good titles, doesn't he, Ray Bradbury, you've got to say. Death is a Lonely Business, From the Dust Returned, Green Shadows, White Whale. You also could have had Let's All Kill Constance. Fahrenheit 451 was the biggest scorer there. Now, the Star Trek characters, there's only one pointless answer. I know some people, I know Star Trek fans really know their stuff. Lieutenant Leslie was a pointless answer. You would have got 1 point for Nurse Chapel as well, was a terrific answer. I'll go through all the Star Trek characters, actually, because I know there's big Star Trek fans at home. Mr. Spock was the biggest scorer, surprisingly, 67. Beat Captain Kirk, who got 59. Dr. McCoy got the same as Uhura, got 33 points. And you would have got 29 for Scotty, 17 for Chekhov, and poor old Sulu with just 12. But I say Nurse Chapel with 1 and Lieutenant Leslie there was the pointless answer. And War of the Worlds tracks. Brave New World, David Essex track would have been a pointless answer. All these other 3 had Richard Burton on them as well. Dead London, Horsell Common and the Heat Ray and the Spirit of Man. All of those are pointless answers. Also could have had Epilogue or the Artilleryman and the Fighting Machine. All of those pointless answers. Very, very well played across 2 shows. Sorry about the jackpot. I hope you've enjoyed yourself.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. Well, unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to you, Lee and Hannah, but it's been great having you on the show. Thank you both so much for playing so well, Lee and Hannah. Now, Lee and Hannah didn't win our jackpot today, which means it rolls over onto the next show when we will be playing for £2,000. There it is. Join us next time, see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.